Hello, and welcome to this Getting Started with WKO5 tutorial. My name is Tim Cusick, and I'll be walking you through the initial setup process today. I'm going to break today's presentation down into two portions. One, a quick presentation of some of the overlay and layouts of WKO5, and then I'm actually going to do a live demo. Let's start with the basic overlay or layout of WKO5. Pretty simple process. Let's just come up with some common names so that as we go through things, we'll know what they are. This top box up here is known as the hero bar because we have the hero metrics, the things that you like to see, the kind of summary KPI data for athletes. The hero bar does have some control and functions, including a help function on it. To the right-hand side here, this gray square, we call the right-hand explorer, or often the RHE. This bar going down the middle, we call the navigation bar, and that's because you'll be doing most of your navigation from that bar. And this big screen area here where you see chart and reports, we refer to that as the data screen. Yes, we like to keep it all pretty simple. Let's drill down a little bit on the navigation bar. I will demo all this, but it just helps a little bit to understand how this works. In the navigation bar, you have these slight separations or segments here. So in the first section, area 1, you have workouts and segment selection. This is a fixed area the user cannot edit, and you'll use it to toggle workouts and segments open. In section 2, we have insights and calendar. We'll take a look at that insights and calendar section. Again, this is a fixed section. You cannot edit it, but you can select Insights and Calendar from this section. And finally, we have section area 3, and this is the user editable selection. This is where you will, through the selection of views, have a group of dashboards available to navigate through and to look at and utilize data. Let's drill down a little bit on the right-hand explorer, or RHE, and data ranges. There are 3 sections available here. There's more, but 3 key functions, I guess, 4 key functions. First, we have a filter and search range. Then we have the sports selection range. This is very important because this allows you to select which sports you want in your data. If you're a multi-sport athlete and you run or you swim or you ride and you row or whatever it is, you can select all data or specific data formats. I will demo that for you shortly. Here we have the selection of our default time ranges. You can see which is selected because it's highlighted. And on the bottom, we have some basic controls. You can add custom time ranges or delete existing time ranges. And then we have this little gear wheel, which will allow us to set KPI information, which I'll demo later. Now, we also have a left-hand explorer, or LHE, and this is where we'll see workouts and actually segments. Here I have workouts selected as a demo, so this toggles on and off. If you want your left-hand explorer open, select workout or segments. Our new smart segments are a pretty cool function. And if you want to close that, you just toggle off. Click back on workouts and it will close. We have a filter and search, which I'm going to demo how it works. And then, of course, based on whether you select workouts or segments, you have a list of workouts and segments. Same idea here. You have some controls going on in the bottom where you can add or delete workouts or segments, and you can set your KPI information. Now, an important first step is how do you get data into WKO5? If you've just downloaded WKO, it's a pretty simple process. In the initial install, it will actually ask you if you want to sync. If you did not go through that process, all you need to do is click on your name, and that will open this athlete details page here, TrainingPeaks athlete line. Just click on edit. It'll produce this little UI. Put in your TrainingPeaks credentials. It will validate. This little line here says username is validated. And then you can select the athlete. If you have a coach's account, put in your coach's account credentials, and it will show all your athletes in this drop-down list, all that you can select and utilize in WKO. Pretty simple process. If you're more of a single user and you just are using, you have a training Garmin or Wahoo or whatever your device is, simply plug it in, wait a couple of seconds. This UI will pop up. You can then select the athlete you want to direct this towards. You have the option of always associating this device and don't ask again. So yes, this is my Garmin. I select yes. I can always edit that from athlete details. Now every time I plug it in, it will just auto sync. It's not even going to ask me. But in this first version, it's going to ask you. So click number 3, import. Those are the 2 simple ways to get data into WKO. Now a little bit of background before we jump into the demo. WKO5 is built on the idea of trying to make data utilization, data expression, data viewing easy. And basically we start with charts and reports. A chart or a report is a summarized view of information. Users can select, edit, and build charts and reports. Pretty simple process. I think everybody knows what a chart and report is. Then we have dashboards. A dashboard is a selection of multiple charts and reports grouped together for a purpose, often to offer a well-rounded view of select data or data results. User can select, edit, and build dashboards. And finally, and probably the most important, is we have views. And a view is a selection of multiple dashboards grouped together to give the user a holistic view of the athlete or situation. And of course, views can be selected, edited, and you can build views. So let's keep it simple, right? You have charts and reports in WKO. Put a bunch of charts and reports together in a dashboard. Now you have a dashboard. Put a bunch of dashboards together for a purpose, and now you have a view. And the system pretty much works like that. It's all view driven. You can choose views. It's a pretty simple process. Again, I'm going to demo this. All you need to do is select the small down arrow to the right of the navigation bar. This little UI will pop up and you can see it's choose an existing view. Select that and it will open this little athlete view bar. You can select the filter of the view library, which WKO team supplies for you. Or if you've built some custom ones, you could select my views, the custom ones that you've built. You will get a list of those views. And you could edit those views, what they look like. Again, I'll demo this in the little gear wheel on the bottom. Okay, with that little bit of background, let's jump into the WKO4 demo.